You wake up, housed up.
Hi, I'm Lauren. There's 3 things you should know about me. I'm a beauty, I'm a beast, and on occasion, I emotionally eat. How about you? Maybe? Don't lie to me. Tonight, we're going to talk about emotional eating and what it is. We're going to talk about why in the hell we do it. And we're going to talk about how we can stop doing it, okay? So let's start with what emotional eating is. Emotional eating is eating to fill your emotions rather than your stomach. So the emotional cravings are completely different than normal hunger cravings. They come fast and furious. They are specific, normally foods that we don't want to be eating on our diet. And they are coming from your mind rather than your stomach. A lot of times, this could have to do with our childhood upbringing. I know for me, my mom preached ice cream fixes everything. Ice cream fixes nothing. Nothing. Ever. Step 1, we need to identify why we emotionally eat. We need to understand that emotional eating will never, ever fix your emotional problems that you're experiencing. Why do we emotionally eat? We emotionally eat for certainty. Human basic need to be certain. We need to be certain that we can be comfortable. And a very easy way to feel comfortable is to eat foods, eat comfort foods. Also, to distract ourselves from stresses of our life. Okay, so now that we know why we emotionally eat, how are we going to stop it? I've got 4 steps on how we are going to stop emotional eating. Step 1, identify your triggers. Figure out who is driving you crazy, what is driving you crazy, and prepare for it. Because if you know it's coming, then you know the cravings are going to be coming. So we can start working on coping mechanisms and ways to avoid the emotional eating and fill that with something healthier. Which brings us to step 2, and that is find healthier ways to feed your emotions. So rather than going for junk food and things that aren't good for you, try and find healthier alternatives. So, for example, and I know this one might sound a little bit crazy, but let's understand that emotional eating has a lot to do with our association with bad emotions. So pretty much if it's not happiness and love, then we say it's bad and we don't want to feel it. But we need to understand that bad emotions are actually just a compass for our heart. It just simply tells us that something in our life is not exactly the way that we want it to or we need it to be. So when you feel one of those negative emotions, like we like to call them, we need to understand that that's simply a call to action to change something in our lives so that our life can be better ultimately. So stop running from it. That would be a great first step for a healthier alternative rather than food. So if we're not brave enough to hit that step yet, let's go with a few other ones like exercise. Exercise is always going to make you feel better. It's chemical. And you might say, I don't like to exercise. Well, there's got to be something that you can find joy in. There has to be something. You don't need to go to the weight room and start deadlifting, but you could go for a walk. You could go play tennis. Maybe there's a sport that you like. Maybe you love to swim. Maybe you want to chase puppies around. I don't know. There's got to be some way to get your heart going, get a little sweat on, get those endorphins boosted up. You're going to feel better. Another way is reaching out to somebody, connecting with somebody. That's going to make you feel loved. It's going to make you feel special. You're probably going to have some laughs if it's someone you enjoy. So that kind of seems like a good alternative, I would say. Yeah, so basically I would just get moving, talk to somebody, or deal with the emotion. Okay? Perfect. So once we have identified our trigger, and found healthier alternatives to fill and feed our emotions. The third thing we're going to do is we are going to pause. We are going to freeze. So if those cravings are coming at you hard and heavy and you don't feel like you want to go exercise, you want to just eat chocolate all day, my recommendation is to just take a time out. Time out and think about it. Think about why you're feeling this. What are the triggers? Go through the first couple steps. And even if anything, when we feel that craving really quick and we act on it really quick, we don't have time to talk any sense into ourselves. So what we need to do is take 5 minutes, either identify our issue or do what I do. Fill yourself up with vegetables. So what I'll say is, okay, I really, really want some chocolate right now for stupid reasons, but I want chocolate. Okay, you can have a piece of chocolate if you eat this giant salad or if you eat this bowl of green beans. And I find a lot of times what happens is while I'm eating the green beans, I start talking a little bit of sense to myself and I start thinking things through like, well, is this going to interfere with my goals? Or like, there's a ton of reasons why, if you've got any fitness goals, that you don't want to be eating that junk food. So just start throwing them out there. Like, what do I want more? Chocolate? Or do I want a 6-pack abs? Or do I want to look good in my wedding dress? Or am I ready to go bikini shopping? Like, just start reminding yourself of the reasons why you don't want the chocolate and reaffirm the fact that it is not going to fix the issue. Whatever is stressing you out is still going to be there a minute later after you eat junk food. But unfortunately, when we emotionally eat, we feel guilty, we feel disappointed in ourselves, and the original bad emotion that we're feeling gets covered up by the guilt. And then we never do deal with the issue at hand, so we can never begin to improve, and our life will never get better. Okay? Perfect. So once we've taken our 5 minutes, talked ourselves off the chocolate ledge, we need to start addressing our lifestyle and create a healthier one. Okay? So what we want to do is make sure we're including exercise. Make sure that we are taking some time, even if it's 5-10 minutes in a day, to relax and be by ourselves and be quiet and do something that you love shamelessly for yourself. And I know that we've got a lot of moms, we've got a lot of people who have really stressful lives, who are very busy. Wake up a few minutes early and take that time for yourself to get grounded, to be grateful, and just to set yourself up for success for the day. Okay? Another thing is making sure that we have time to connect with people, because life can be awfully lonely, and that laughter, that excitement, that feeling of connection with people, that love, that's what's going to drive you, and it's going to keep you balanced. And last but not least, we need to get our sleep. Okay? So there's 2 hormones in your body. One, well, there's more than 2, but the ones for hunger, one is going to make you feel hungry. It makes your appetite happen. It stimulates your appetite. And the other one tells your brain when you're full. And unfortunately, when you're sleepy and you haven't given yourself enough sleep, your hormones get all out of whack. So the hormone that stimulates appetite is going to crank through the roof. And leptin, which is going to tell your brain, hey, I'm full, I don't need more food, that one's just going to fall off the radar. So you're feeling extra hungry and your body's not telling you when you're full. So you're going to overeat every time. So make sure you're getting your sleep, exercise, some R&R, spend some time with people you love, and for the love of God, put down the cookie, okay? It's not fixing anything. So get brave, deal with those emotions, stop labeling them as bad or good. They're just emotions. They're simply your body's reaction to life's events. And they're always going to steer you in the right direction. They're going to let you know, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this. I need to fix something. And when you get that cue, just go for it. All right? Okay. If you guys have any more questions, comment below, subscribe to my page, and yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys.